welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us at Mastering Backend. So today is one of the days that we have a workshop, and our guest speaker is one of us. He is one of our engineers, and he's no other person than Ayush. So we are going to be handing over to Ayush for him to start. So Ayush, please, you can start.
Yeah, thank you, Blessings, for your warm words and welcome to all of you who will join this session today. So I am sharing my screen. So I think my screen is visible to all of you, right? So I am starting today's session. Okay. So hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Ayush. I am a Java backend developer from India and currently working as a director of developer advocate at MasteringBackend. I have been working with startups for last 5 years. My main work is backend development using the Java, Spring Boot, and microservices. So today I am very excited because we are going to learn something very powerful and very useful. We will learn how to use AI with Spring Boot to build the application smarter. And one more thing, don't worry about all the things. I will explain everything in a very simple language. So if you have a basic understanding of the Spring Boot and Java, you will clearly understood what we learned today. So now, come what we will learn today. Okay, what is the agenda of today's session? Okay, before we start, let me quickly tell you about what we will cover today. Today, we will learn about what is AI, why developers should care about this AI and all. Problems with the traditional application. We have already have multiple applications, so why we are in need to use the Spring AI on that. Okay. What is Spring AI and how it works with OpenAI, and also we will build a simple chat application. And finally, I will show you the demo of that, see how the chat application works and how you integrate the Spring Boot and Spring AI in our traditional systems. Okay. So by the end of this session, you will have clear idea how to build AI-powered application using Spring AI and Spring Boot. Okay. So our first question is, what is AI? Okay. So I think in a very simple way, AI means machine that can think and respond like a human. Okay. I think everyone use AI for nowadays, like in the form of ChatGPT, Alexa, Siri, and all. Okay. Let's give me an example. So it is clear to you what is AI. For example, when you use ChatGPT and ask question, it give you a smarter answer. So what is this? This is an AI. Also, when you saw, hey Google, what is the weather? Then what replies from Google we get? That is also a AI. Also, we all are using AWS, sorry, Amazon and Netflix. And also, we get some suggestion based on our choice on the AI things. Okay. So this is also recommendations and all we are getting through the AI. So what is AI? AI is just a machine that think like respond like a human. So it can understand text, voice, images, and all. In a simple way, AI is making application smart like a human. Okay, so this is a small thing that we are using daily. I think, guys, you are also using the ChatGPT in your daily day-to-day life as a developer or as a programmer. So this is all about the AI that we are using in our day-to-day life. So now the question comes: why should developer care about that? Okay, now this is a very important thing because everywhere where AI is everywhere now. Every company is using AI. Let's take an example. So you will clearly understand why I am saying that everywhere, every company is using AI. E-commerce. In an e-commerce application, product recommendation systems works. Like you search something on Google, you want to buy a Nike shoes, and you will get the recommendation all over your mobile phone or your devices. So this is all these things works as a recommendation. So product recommendation works in a e-commerce section. In a banking systems, fraud detection. AI is used for fraud detection also in the case of banking systems. When we are going to the healthcare diseases predictions and all, this all also taken care by the AI. And one more important thing that is very efficient for us and also time consuming thing, that is the customer support. In a previous traditional system, there is a customer support like you raise the ticket, and after waiting 4 to 5 days, 6 days, some person will assign that ticket and that will respond to you. But nowadays, you will see that every application has a chatbot. Chatbot is a simple thing, like you just give some prompt, and your ticket is raised, and you will get the some data. So this is the chatbot, and background it is taken care by the AI. If you know AI, okay, you can build a smarter application. You can better job opportunity. Okay, because we all know we need a job for all. Okay, so if we know AI, then we get a better job opportunity. Okay. you can stand out other developers because everyone knows the AI and using the white coding. I think everyone is aware of the white coding. Okay, so just giving some prompt and getting some data and getting complete application. So this is the thing that is the part of AI thing. Okay, so this is also possible with the developer ends. Right now, many developers only know coding, but if you know AI plus coding, you is a very powerful person nowadays. Okay. So the future of the AI is very clear. Backend plus AI, next generation application. Because Spring Boot is a backend framework, all of you know that. Okay. So if we do something with AI and backend, so we will get the more opportunity than the normal one. So this is a very clear thing. Nowadays, as a backend developer, we need to learn AI things also, and this works for us, right? Now, what is the problem with a traditional app? Now, let's understand the problem. Traditional application work on if else condition, fixed rules. Okay. For example, if user click a button, so message. If user enter wrong password, so error. But this application are not smart. Okay. They cannot understand what user really wants and also give intelligent answer. Example, if you type, I am feeling sad today, a normal app will respond, not understand what to say, what to help they do. But AI can understand emotion and respond. So traditional apps equal to static apps. You just give some prompt, some thing asking to the traditional app, but they give answer like static ones that we do as on a backend side as a set as a static things. But AI apps are the dynamic apps. You give according to your question, they give you answer, proper answer. So we can say that AI is apps are the dynamic apps. Okay, that's why we need AI for the traditional apps because traditional apps are good until the AI is not in the market. But after AI comes to the market, everyone wants to be a smart as a developer, as a person, as an application. So AI is important for traditional app also. Now, what we learn about what is a Spring AI, why we Spring AI we use. So first we understood why. Because it is important before going to Spring. Okay, so it's important to why we need to use this. So now as a Java developer, I am working as I think 4 to 5 years. I am working as a Java developer. We had a problem. What is the problem? We wanted to use AI, but calling OpenAI APIs was confusing. So how to use OpenAI in a Spring Boot? It is confusing for me. And all the backend developers who is working in a traditional lab system. Okay. Also, managing prompts was difficult. The prompts that how to manage that prompt, it is a static, it is a dynamic, it is a user prompt, and it is all the things that I am facing as a difficulties on that. Handling response very messy. The AI gives some response. Okay, so it is also some very hard to understand what is the things and all. Okay, so developers are struggling about that. Then Spring AI comes in the market. Spring AI, what Spring AI do? Spring AI makes everything simple. Just like we are using Spring Boot for building APIs, we can use AI, Spring AI to integrate AI in our Spring Boot project. So no need to write complex code. Okay, just as we can in a simple word, we can say that Spring AI helps developer. Just we are writing some API, and Spring AI helps to integrate that in our application. So it is very easy for us to doing integration of the Spring Open API and OpenAI, and also Olama, and very useful tools like Gemini. Okay. So all the things we can integrate on our system. Now we understood why we need of Spring AI. Okay. Now we come on the what is the Spring AI. Okay. So Spring AI is a framework. It helps us to connect AI with Spring Boot application. As I told you earlier that we have a Spring Boot, okay, for designing backend application. But if we need to integrate the AI, we need some framework. So connectivity is easy, and we need to write some small code, not a very large and high level of code. Okay, it is a similar to the Spring Boot. It uses same concept as we already know, like dependency injection, beans, configuration. It also supports multiple AI provider. We all know that we have a multiple AI provider. Okay, right? Like Olama AI, or OpenAI, AWS Bedrock, okay, OpenAI Azure. Okay. So if we have already know Spring Boot, you are already ready to use the Spring AI. Anyone here we are using Spring AI? Can you tell me about how you are using ChatGPT and all? How they fix as a developer your life very easy? Anyone using ChatGPT here? And Gemini or any other AI tool? Yeah, Suleiman. Yeah, that's good. Cloud is a very useful tool. In fact, in next session, I also try. Today's session, I will just giving intro with the Open AI. In next session, we will do something with a cloud. I know how we do that with a cloud also. Okay, and so these are the AI tools that we are using. Yeah, and Sun. Yeah, that's good. ChatGPT is a tool of the Spring AI. Okay. It is a abstraction of the Open API, ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. So now let's move to the another things. What now the question comes: what feature a Spring AI have? So Spring AI gives a very powerful features. Okay. Now let's understand with example. Spring AI has a chat client. Chat client is used to build the chat application. Example, chatbot like ChatGPT. Image model used to generate image. Okay. Example, if we want to create the image of sunset, you can just give the prompt and it will create the image for you. Okay. We have some speech model. Use the voice. If you are want to speech to text, convert the speech to text. Then we have a speech model. We have also a memory, store conversation. For in a we as Andrew you told that Anshan as you told you are using ChatGPT. So first you give some input like hello or ChatGPT, my name is Anshan and something. So when you next time you come on that, you will ask to ChatGPT what is your name. Then ChatGPT is repeatedly give your name. So this all the things are done in a chat GPT or an AI system with the help of memory. So it is the Spring AI that also helps the store conversation. Conversation simply means it stores the conversation about how we can do all the things and all. Okay. So this is a total of perk of the Spring AI. So it is very adding a very strong architecture or very adding a very superpower to the backend system. Okay, so that's are the Spring AI. Now come to the Spring AI architecture. So because if we want to integrate it on backend, so we have some fixed architecture. We also can make a modify of that. So let's understand how everything works. Flow is very simple. User have a backend system, and the backend sends the for query to AI. AI will generate the response, and response will get to the user. Okay. So, for example, user types as Java, explain Java. So the backend send the request to the AI. AI will process it, return the response, and user see the answer. So a backend becomes AI powered. Okay, just it's a very simple thing, I think, and easy to explain. Also, response flow, how responses flows are working. OpenAI processes the prompt using its language model and generate an intelligence response. The Spring Boot, as a backend, receives this response and format it appropriately before returning. It is to be front-end for display to the user. So this is the flow, how this works. Okay. So now we come to the project part, how we create the Spring AI and with the demo, how we can create the Spring application. To use Spring AI, we need a API key. Okay. API key is, for example, we can run the model in our local also with the help of Docker, Olama, and all. I think everyone use and our like Docker. I think anyone used here Docker and Olama. Yeah, and Shen. So we can run the model on yeah ID. Also, we can run the model with the help of Docker in our local system also. If our local system is very strong, then you can run Olama. It is a free. Okay. But we have various companies that is providing different types of model. So there is no need of running locally. They will provide you a API key. That API key that you can use on your project. We have multiple providers like Gemini, Google Gemini. Okay. We have a cloud. We have a Spring. We have a OpenAI. Okay. On AWS having a service like a Bedrock. Okay. Azure has a service like Open AI. Azure. Okay. So these all are the vendors that is providing their APIs key. According to our requirement, we are using that thing. Okay. So there is some version requirement based on the AI. What are the version requirement? Instead of that, Spring Boot 3, every project, traditional system, is the first thing that every Spring Boot project having a Java 17 support plus Spring Boot 3.2 is a greater. Okay, all the application that traditionally created. So first we need to convert, migrate into a Spring Boot 3.2 plus versions, and also the application support the Java 17. So it is some fundamental thing that we need to do on the Spring Boot side. Okay. So now what we move, we are going to the our ID for creating the project, and I will get the demo of that. Okay. Just give me a 1 second. I am opening my IDE. So what I want to say here. Okay. First thing is we need to create the some API key on a Swagger end, or we can say that Swagger end, or we can say that on Open API side. Okay. So what is the thing? I just wrote an article. Okay, all the links are providing to you on your site. Okay. Just give me a 1 minute. I will show you how the things work. Motion. This is I am sharing this link on your chat. Also, I will give all the PPTs, code, and all the things of the today's session to the blessing. He will share you all the details. This is the way. This is the blog I have written. Okay. This blog also you find in our committee. Yeah. If you didn't join the our committee as a mastering backend, so please join it. You will get all the resources like today's code, PPTs, and the blogs and all. Okay. So this is the blog on which you will generate the Azure OpenAPI. Okay. So here, all the steps I already written, how you will get the API key, because it is some time consuming. Okay. Also, the resource are very secure. That's why I am not taking time and boring you here. Okay. So just I wrote an article. You will refer this article. Okay. Based on that, you will get complete idea how to you generate the API key on Spring Boot with the help of Azure OpenAI and all. Okay, I share the link on meeting chat. Okay, from where you take this, and also all the things like PPT and this and GitHub and all. I will share you on your chat box. Okay, so now come to the project part. Okay, I just give me a 1 minute. I am opening my IDE and will give you complete idea about. So I am using IntelliJ IDE. Okay, it is a hardcore Java developer AI IDE that is using, I think, almost many developers. It is coming from the JetBrains. Okay, so now I doing coding something here. Okay, so what it is supporting Spring Startup. Okay. So if you want to go with this, you will get complete architecture how to create the initial project with the Spring Boot. Okay. So what give to today it's Spring. I am giving the name of the application. It is the Mastering Backend Chat App. Okay, and select as a Java, language as a Java, type as a Maven. This is the group name that you can give anything. Okay. This is the chat application. For the here, we are using OpenGTK 22 and Java version as 17, packaging as a jar. And for this, I am configuration choosing as a property. You can choose YAML also, but I am using here as a properties file. Okay. Now come to here. So what dependency we need? We just need a Spring Web. Okay. Spring Web, you already all know that if you have a Spring basic idea of Spring Boot. So you know that what is the Spring Web? It is providing the interface to creating the application, Tomcat and all the things is providing by Spring Web. Now there is a dependency that is called Spring AI, Spring Azure AI. Okay. Sorry, it's Azure AI, Azure Azure OpenAI. Okay, just take this also. Also, one more thing, I am taking as a Lombok. Lombok, you all know that what is Lombok? Lombok is very simple thing. It reduces the boilerplate code. Okay, when you are creating the Java application. Okay, so when you are doing something like very massive things, and you will understand that you are writing multiple lines of code like getter, setter, and constructor. With the help of Lombok, there is no need of writing that thing. Okay, all the things taken care by the Lombok. You just annotate the class with the at the rate getter, at the rate setter, at the rate data, or at the rate constructor. You will complete things. Okay. So what we added? Lombok. We have three dependency like Spring Web, Azure OpenAI, and Lombok. Now I am just clicking on the create project. What it will do? It will creating the project and I will opening in a new window. The project, if we are building something from the scratch, it will take some time. So what I will do here, I will just some copy paste code here. Okay. So according to that, you will get the complete understanding of that. Well, right? The ID, the project that I have created, everyone know this architecture, how this works. Okay. So I just what I am doing, I am zoom the application. Okay. It is resolving some dependency. You will see here. Okay. Once it's done, I will create some project structure. And after that, I will integrating something here, like open API things. Just let's wait for the things that Spring AI resolving here. Okay, just give me a minute. Once it's done, we will proceed to the next. So here, building chat API. Okay, now let's understand what is the simple API. The flow is very simple. The user send some message, backend receive that. We have some chat client that we studied about earlier. Also, I will explain it. What is the chat client here? Okay. Chat client sends the request to the AI. AI returns the response, and backend send back, okay, and we will get some response as a backend, and backend will send the response to the AI. So this is the just a normal flow that we are using here. Okay. So this is the whole, or we can say that complete idea about the things. Now our project is loading. I think once it's done, we will proceed to the next. So, for example, here user type what is Java. So AI give the response that Java is a programming language. It is a high level language and all. So, so we are just actioning on that and bridge between the user and the AI. Okay, backend is just a bridge. Okay, between the user and the UI. User send the something requesting, and as a AI will responding something. Okay, so this is complete thing like a AI part. Okay, I think it is analyzing the code. Just it is taking some time because it is network something and related to all. Once it's done, we will proceed to next. So now, first thing what we need to do here, just we need to create some project structure. Okay. So first what we are doing here, we are just creating the one package that is called control. How the things work and all. There Instagram and LinkedIn also. Okay. So I will explain how you can use it. Yes. Okay. Or also you can contact your blessings and full amount. They will we will create the based on your feedback. We will come with a new workshop in the next week, in the upcoming weeks. So you will understand what is the IntelliJ and how to use it because it helps the developer very easy. Helps the developer life very easy. So now what we will do here, we are just creating service. So these two folders we needed that we created as a controller and the service. Now, most important part comes here, like how we do things like configuration part. Okay. When you are using Spring AI, okay. So first thing that you need to hear, we need to configure the Spring thing. If we are using Spring AI Open API directly, then there is no need of writing the Azure. For here, we are using the Spring AI Open API through Azure. So we are writing Spring AI dot Azure slash Open API key. Okay. Here, all the things I added on the ENB because all the things are the configurant. That's why I am not writing anything here. I just added all the things in a ENB part. Okay. Now, what is the endpoint of that and the deployment name, and also we need to set the temperature of that. Okay, this all the things we need to configure here as for using the Spring AI. And when we are all the things we are adding here, so Spring will AI will give the complete idea how things are working here. Okay, just give me a minute. I will come to the screen again. Just I am adding some configuration because it is a confidential. That's why I am not adding here. It is my personal thing, variables. So just adding API key. You will generate the API key from here also. Okay. I give the blog. You come to the website and how to deployment and all. How you will do? You can go and add from there. Okay. So give me just 1 minute. I am doing all the things here. Okay. Just here. Please come here. Here. Edit and edit going through the environment variable. Just give me a minute. I will also show the how you can add the uh, all the things on that. Okay, it's done. Yeah, my screen is visible to you, right? Now, how you can add this as an environment variable that I am showing to you. Okay. Just click the three dots. Okay. More action. Just click on that. Come to the edit part. Just click on edit. We have some option. This environment variable option is not showing to you. Okay, in an initial condition. What we need to do? Just opening the modify option. Come to the here. It is showing you operating system. Just click on the environment variable. When you click on the environment variable, there is some value you will get here. Okay. And after that, click on the apply and okay. So all the configuration I set on the env part here. Okay. So these all the things are very confidential. No, it is a humble request to all of you. No, not to post these things on your chat on GitHub and GitLab, any burning tool. So that's why I added this on a ENV. This is a production grade approach that we are using here. Okay. Now we have a ready application property file. We added some form file. Now we come to the controller part. So what we do here, just clicking here and creating the mastering one chat controller. Okay. Mastering backend chat controller. Okay. Now this controller is ready. Okay. Just creating a class with a mastering backend chat controller. Okay. So now what we are doing here. Okay. So just give me a minute. Controller that we are creating here. Okay. Now we are adding some dependency here. Like, right? We need to create this class as a controller. So we give the annotation that is a REST controller. We have another dependency that is a request mapping. Okay, what request mapping do here? Slash API slash v1 slash code. Okay, here slash chat. This is a common requesting mapping that we give all the API that we are using. Now, in starting, I will tell you how we will use something like chatbot and all. In starting, I will explain like we added the dependency of Lombok. Okay. So how we use Lombok here? Now I will tell you. It is a very simple. I already told you that it uses to reduce the boilerplate of code. So what we do here, here we need some required auth function. We are adding some fields, so we need to dependency and all. So we can use auto wired as a dependency injection. Also, we have a constructor injection. So here we are using constructor injection. So just I am adding the required auth constructor as an annotation. So what this annotation will do, it will create the constructor for all the field that we are mentioning here. Okay. So now what we do here, we just using the some client. What we do here, we are adding request mapping for the common endpoint, giving some REST controller, also some things. And for application, we are just giving the server port. Okay. So server port here I am giving as a 8080. Like okay. Server dot port. In system, by default, localhost has 8081. I am giving this as a 8082. So it is very easy to accumulate all the things and all. Okay. So we had some basic things are done, right? Like we set up the Azure file, application properties file. Also, we adding some dependency. The complete basic project is created. Okay. Now our task is to create the API that will receive the input from the user and generate the data. Okay. So for that, what we will do here, okay, now understand how we can achieve it. Now come to this controller. Okay. Here, what we are doing, we are just creating the chat client object. Okay, chat client object. So what is the chat client? I will go to the PPT and explain about the chat client. So chat client, it is providing by the Spring framework. Okay, and Spring AI framework that we integrated earlier. Okay. Or you also saw that we only added the Azure API. Okay, not adding anything, and we will get this. So now here, this is saying that there is a no dependency for this it's creating. So what is we need to do here? I will explain. So we need to create the constructor for this. So for constructor part, what we are doing here, we just taking public chat string backend chat controller. Okay. Now chat client. Chat client is the interface. So that is why we are need to adding the builder annotation for this. Okay. Also, chat client builder, we give the static thing. Now, what we need to do here, we just build the chat client. Okay. So this is the complete way of doing. Now, there is no need of this one because we are creating manually. So we are removing this. Okay. So the error part is going from the here. Okay. So what is the chat client? I will explain you about the chat client. What is the chat client and how we are using here. So chat client is just an interface, or we can say that chat client is just an give the idea. Let's understand about this. Okay, we have two things. One is chat model, one is chat client. Chat client is very easy version of the chat model. It makes the developer life very simple. Handle prompt response. Chat client is doing like a bridge between the developer or between the user or the AI. It will handle the all the prompt. For example, we are giving some prompt to the chat backend, and based on we are getting the things. So we can say that chat client is like a steering. You are driving a car, and steering is the way of moving or driving the car. So we can say that here chat client is the steering of that. Okay. So this is a chat client word. Now, what I am also removing this. So this is all about chat client. Now our task is creating the API here. So how to create the API? To come to here and how you create the API. We just want the response in a string format. Okay. So I think why this is not working, the keyboard problem. Yeah, now it's working. So what just creating an API public. We want the response in a string format. Just give the function name as chat. Here we are taking the value in a request param. So what we are using request param we are taking. Okay. In our request param we are taking as a message and string. So I think we need to close here. Okay. So this is the basic method we will create. Like we are taking the user input in a param. Okay. After that, we are giving to the response as a string. So now what we need to do here, we just giving some return something. Okay. Now we are using the chat client that we are creating above. Just clicking on that, everyone know about the prompt. So what we need to do here, we are using prompt. This is the methods. Okay. On that convert the user input as a prompt in a Spring AI way, and we are calling this method. Okay. So there is a call method that is calling prompt method. Okay. So in what format we need a text in a content. Okay. So here what all the things are doing, I will explain. We are just creating the chat client that will create the bridge between the user input and the Spring AI. Now, what we do, we are just converting the user message to the prompt, okay, and we are calling that prompt. Prompt will give the content, and that content will give to the string. So we will get the input. Now, there is a very important annotation that we are using here. That is the get mapping. What get mapping is doing here? Get mapping is just a annotation. On that, what we are doing, we just adding the chat. Okay, giving this name as a chat application. So I think we are already using chat above. So there is no need of doing things. Okay, I just remove only get API. Okay, now our application is ready. This API is ready for giving the response based on the user input. Now our task is to run the application. How to run? I will explain you. Just come to on this and run the API. I think we are getting some error also, but this works. Okay. Just wait for the run and I will explain how this works. Yeah, it's a running, it's a building, creating build for this, and after that it will. It's a parsing Java. Yes. Now you can say that this message, if you are getting this message, then everything works perfectly. Now our server is running. Okay. The fault is, it also gives the fault. Okay. In a Spring Boot 4 versions, we are not getting the fault, which fault this is running. But we initially set the fault number as 8081. Okay. So this is also showing that this is a fault of that. Okay. So now just we are not using any postman all and all. Just go to here and type the message. So it is 8081, but our server is running on this. Okay. So just hit this one. So saw that I think if it's worked perfectly, oh, something is missing here. Okay. So what is missing? I need to check. It is saying it is completed, done. But why we are not getting the message? Wait, give me a minute. API check. I think we are missing something here. Okay, on a URL part. What is the our URL here? Just give me a minute. Go to the controller and go. Okay, V1 is missing here, right? Just copy and come to the here and chat slash V1. Okay, I think now it's work. I think it's taking time. Now I think it's working fine. Okay. So it is giving some message. Okay. So you will saw the message here, right? So what is the message? I send the message as hello, hi, nice to meet you. How can I help today? If you want, I can answer the questions. It is the response that is we are getting from the Spring AI. Okay, with the AI, what we are doing. We just create an application endpoint. Okay. On that endpoint, we are passing something. For example, telling something about this bot is Java. Okay, it's a question mark. Okay, now waiting for the response. What the response we are getting here? So it is a very simple thing. I think you know that we are just giving some prompt user input, and that user input is converting to the prompt and sent to the AI. Okay, and that AI will give the response, and our API give the response to us. For the question is what is Java? Now this give you tell us about what is Java. Everything will give about the Java. Okay. So this is the application that we created. Okay. I think everyone clear all the things how we do all the things that's like creating application and all the endpoint. So this is the application that we build here. Now I close this. All the related code I have already put on my GitHub. So after this session, I will provide the link of that also to all of you. So how you can do all the things. In a project, I created a simple chat application with the help of Spring Boot, Spring AI, and Azure OpenAI. Okay, OpenAI, Azure OpenAI is just a provider of the OpenAI. You can use any provider for that. It takes user input and give the AI response instantly, just like a chat GPT. But here it is on our backend, not we are using any chat GPT, any client, front-end client or all. Okay. Now, in a live demo, what we understood. Now, most interesting part in a live demo, before I start, if this works, you will give me a clap. Now I will send a message to show how the AI demo. Okay. So now comes to the PPT part again. What is the PPT? I displaced. Okay, these all the things I already cleared to you, configuration API and key and all. Build chat application. This part we also covered in a recent demo. What is the chat model? I also covered. What is the chat client? Okay. All the things are covered already. What our application do? That is part. In a live demo, I send the message on the API, get the response instantly, and all the things are covered. So now come to the future of the AI. So what is the future? Now let's talk about the future. AI will in every application, as you know that if I want to create the smart application, AI assistant, automation systems, all the things will cover by the AI. Backend plus AI will create the powerful systems. Okay. So as a developer, we should start learning AI now. Okay. So AI is very powerful thing, and we need to do all the things. Right? For before closing, thank you so much to all of you for giving your time. I hope you learned something useful today. Now I am opening for the question. Feel free to ask me anything about the today's session and all. Also, all the content like PPTs, uh, blogs, and other code, all the things you will get in your community channel. Okay. All the things are said by the blessings to you. One more thing, if you the feedback of the this workshop is very good, So we will come with some new courses, workshops on a mastering backend. So please subscribe our YouTube channel as a mastering backend. We will come with lots of things. Also, you can check out our social media handles like on Instagram we have with a mastering backend. On LinkedIn part we have a mastering backend. Also, you can explore our courses. If you have any doubt, you can check out our new course that is a Spring Boot that we recently launched from the mastering backend. So you can learn from that and learn about how the Spring Boot works and how the Spring works. Okay. After that, you come on the this Spring AI part. And also, I in a very every time we are providing you a Spring AI course on our mastering backend platform. So you will come to the mastering backend, just learn how to Java, how to code in Java and all. Okay. Now it's part to the question part. Okay. Yeah. What model did you the use AI, Spring AI, use to generate this response in the demo? How can one configure that? Yeah. We are using here Spring OpenAI, Azure OpenAI model. It is the OpenAI model providing by the service as a Spring. Okay. For configuration, you just need to add one dependency from the Spring initializer. That is the Spring Azure OpenAI. That dependency you need to add in a platform. After that, you need to configure the API key and all. That blog I already shared on a chat on above. So based on that, you can configure that. Okay, can it? Yeah, next question. Yeah. Anyone have any question? You can freely ask them.
Okay, everyone, if you have your questions, please drop it on the chat box so that our guest speaker Ayush can attend to you as quick as possible. So we're waiting for your questions. Please send in your questions.
Yeah, anyone. ED, you have any question? You can ask. And Suleiman, Tolu, if you have any question, you can ask me. Or also, it's good if you are a cheer. So I am happy that what I want to say here, I will explain all the things here. I think I try my best to doing all the things. Yes. Anyone have anything? Any feedback, any question and all?
Yes, Ayush, you did a wonderful job explaining and walking us through the demo on how to build an a chat application with Java Spring AI. That is really wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Blessings and it's a very great opportunity for me also to speaking all the things in front of you all guys. So
All
it's very
right,
glad.
so the video will be shared on our YouTube channel and of course sent to everybody who registered for for this particular event and also shared across all our communities. So thank you very much, guys. And we're going to see you on the next event. So check through our events catalog. You'll see that we have another event coming up very soon. So you can just register for that one. Thank you very much. And we'll see you guys soon.